Okay, so this is example 2. Again, I just want to mention that in your book, it's going to ask you to write it in standard form. This is in standard form. The book calls vertex form standard form. I'm not really sure. Okay, so again, you guys, in your book, when it asks you to write it in standard form, what they really mean is write it in vertex form. So to write it in vertex form, what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this problem. So y equals, we're going to factor out the 2. And then I'm going to write, well, if I factor out of the 2 of 2x squared, that just leaves me x squared. If I factor 2 out of 24, I'm left with minus 12x. And now, because I did that, I'm going to add a blank. So you guys remember what I told you. This is always add a blank. The 40 is going to come over here. And then it's always minus a blank. So it's always plus inside the parentheses. It's always subtract on the outside. And this, the reason that we do this is because we're completing the square all on one side instead of moving it to each side. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is to find the blanks. This is what I do. So to find this blank, I'm going to take half of 12, which is 6. I'm going to square 6, which is 36. So again, to get the 36, I took half of 12. You always do this. Half of 12, you square it. That's how I got 36. Now to find this one, to find this blank, I'm going to take A and I'm going to multiply it by the number we just found. So 2 times 36 is 72. Now we're gonna combine. We're gonna collapse that down. So y equals 2x minus. The reason I know this is minus is because this sign tells me. So if this is minus, this is minus. I'm going to take the square root of 36, which is, I'm going to square it, and then I'm going to do 40 minus 72, which is negative 32. So by book's term, this is standard form, but this is what we call vertex form, okay? So again, you guys, your book calls it standard form, but it really is vertex form. Okay, now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the vertex, okay? Nope, we're not. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the direction of the opening. Now, remember what I said. This equation tells us that the direction of our opening is either up or down, okay, automatically. And that's because the x is squared. Because x is squared, it says, hey, your direction, your graph is either going to, your parabola is either going to open up or down. But now what I'm asking you is, does it open up or down? The 2 is positive, so it opens up. Now, let's find the vertex. Whew, my goodness. I just really want this problem to be over, apparently, because I keep writing one ahead of myself. So the vertex is HK. You guys, the vertex will never change. It will always be HK, but it depends on where H and K is inside the equation. So what is your H? We look inside. It says negative 6. So when we pull it out, when we write just H, it is 6, and then negative 32 is our K. And now we're going to write this axis of symmetry. You guys, the axis of symmetry is x equals h, which is x equals 6, because h is 6. So whatever this number is in your vertex is the same thing as your axis of symmetry. You guys, your focus is going to have the same problem, okay? So focus, no, it's not the grade book. It is a point that is near the vertex. So our h is 6. Our vertex is negative 32 plus 1 over 4 times 2. That 4 is always there. Our 2 is our a. So you guys, it's always going to be 1 over 4 times something. And 4, the something is always a. And our focus will be 6 and negative 31 7/8. So just like the vertex, the focus is a point as well. And the last thing that we're going to find is what we call the directrix. And our directrix is y equals k minus 1/4 over a. So y equals negative 32 minus 1 over 4 times 2. Again, you guys, that 4 is already there. The a changes. This is k, this is a, and our answer is, so the directrix is also a line. So it's y equals negative 32 and 1/8. So you can start to see how everything is related. And then tomorrow what we'll do is we'll use the midpoint in the distance formula to help us find different things. What questions do you have?